Family, how are you doing? This is Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for either being a brand new subscriber as in today or returning a subscriber and motivator. So I appreciate every single one of you. So today we're going to be focusing on receiving everything that belongs to us. It's wonderful to be after going for our goals and things like that, but what about the time when it's ready for us to receive what we have been working so hard to get? You know, what about those times? Letting ourselves be in that space to say, I worked hard and now something is right in front of you, and it's time for you to walk through your fears, walk through, face, do everything that you need to do, and it's time for you to receive everything that you personally deserve. Now, I want to tell you that it's one of the scariest things in this life when it's time for you to receive after all your hard work. Maybe it's getting an education, it's starting a business, or maybe you've worked on developing a healthy mindset, but you've put in the work. So now it's your time to receive. And the allow ourselves to receive every single thing that we personally deserve. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. To be ready to receive, we first have to start off by saying, hey Lara, how are you doing? Welcome. We first have to say to ourselves that it is my time. It's my time in order for me to receive everything that I've worked hard for. Now, that's easier said than done, because sometimes we will be putting in all of this work, like you get your education, you be putting in work to yourself, you get a healthier mindset, you're taking better care of your health, you're doing all the things that you need to do. But how do we receive? First of all, you have to believe that you are deserving. And I want to put that out there to all of my motivators family. We each are deserving of wonderful and great things. You certainly are. And you deserve to have every good thing, and you deserve to overflow in abundance. And one of the things that we will do, and I know that I've done as a human being, is I will sabotage my own success. I'll sabotage what I've worked hard for. Like, I'll try to put myself down and to tell myself, oh, I'm not capable. Like, I'll try to talk myself out of what I have worked so hard to get, right? Hi, Paula. How are you doing? Love your hair, Marlene. I was told someone in the music business, always be ready. Fear can get in the way. Yes, deserving. And that is one of the things, Paula, we get in our own way. You get in the way of your own gifts. You get in the way of your own something that is meant to be for you, but listening to other people when they'll tell you, oh, that won't work, or even ourself self-doubting and telling ourselves, I can't do it. So giving up on ourselves before we even give ourselves the opportunity to receive what we deserve. Okay, so I first want to start off by saying that to my motivators family, know that you deserve great things, especially when you've put in the work. You're healthier, you're happier, you're at peace, you've worked hard. Now it's time for you to receive the gifts that you deserve. So the first thing is, first important for us to have an open mindset. That is one of the things that when you are in that toxic space of maybe your upbringing, maybe it's the way that you talk to yourself, and you will feel like, oh, this isn't meant to be for me. You'll try to, oh, I'm too young, I'm too old, oh, that's for somebody else. I'm not really good. Like, you have that internal dialogue of putting yourself down. So we have to stop that, and we have to cultivate. That means it takes work. Day after day, we have to put in some work into ourselves, and to not be big-minded or big-headed to think that we're haughty and we're better than other people, but to have a reasonable amount of self-love for ourselves, where we respect ourselves, where we know that we're worthy and we deserve to be treated well. Okay, so you got to cultivate that open mindset into thinking that I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to have some great things happen to me. So it's a constant thing that on a day-to-day basis, we have to keep cultivating that open mindset. Oh, hi, Sirius. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday, and happy Monday to all the Motivators family. Happy end of the month. I can't believe this month is almost over. It's amazing. So, hey, Realist, how are you doing? Welcome. And that's one of the things that I always remind myself on a regular basis, that I deserve to receive, you know? And not being haughty, you're not being egotistical, but if you've put in the work into your business, into whatever it is that you're doing, into your education, into whatever it is, into relationships, then now it's your time for you to receive good and healthy relationships, good and healthy business. And you have to do things to maintain it, okay? You have to maintain every good relationship takes time. Every good relationship, it takes effort. Every good relationship takes good energy. And it's the going back and forth. You know, when you believe that you deserve good things, you also know how to be good to the person as well. It's not just us saying it's all about me and I deserve this and it's for me. No, it's also you thanking the people who supported you. It's you also continuing, okay? It's you continuing to do the hard work. You know how like sometimes when people go hard for something, they want to achieve something, but then when they get it, they kind of slack. Okay, I've done enough hard work. It's time for me to relax. No, right when you're about to get your, your prize at the end of your race, your marathon that you have run, now it's time for you to switch gears and to really get charged up and say, now that I have got it, now I need to show appreciation. I need to work on the quality of my craft, whatever it is that you do, so that you can continue to have it. Because I'll say something, for example, sometimes people do that when it comes to a friend, a romantic relationship. You see people, they do all of the things necessary to get that good friend. They show up, you guys go places together, you spend time and you talk to each other. But what happens in a relationship when you don't talk, when there is no communication? Doesn't the relationship fizzle? The same thing is true of anything that you were to receive. If you stop putting in quality work into it, if you stop pouring into yourself, if you stop doing the things that you did to get it, just as fast as you get things, it's the same way that you are going to lose it. Okay? Yes, thank you so much, Lara. I appreciate it. Hope everybody had a great and amazing last day of June. So first we're talking about cultivating that open mindset. So now after we talk about cultivating that open mindset, we have to make sure we're not wasting our time. And in that, not wasting our time is not wasting our time on things that is not really good for us. Because sometimes, like in our minds, we'll think, oh, this is good for me. This is a good relationship. This is a good friendship. This is a good this. And actually, we're doing it to make others happy. And it's not really for us. It's something that we are forcing. And you know what I've said so many times, motivators, we don't force relationships. We don't force things to continue. What is meant to be for us will be, okay? But you do have to work to maintain it, and you have to work hard, and you have to keep continuing up the momentum. And that is the reason why a lot of people, they lose out on something that they got, because once they got it, They didn't put in any work into the friendship, into the romantic relationship, into the business. You have to continue to keep working hard to make sure it's a quality relationship and to show others that it's worth having and being. Thank you, Sirius, for putting the member emojis. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your membership. So let's continue in talking about this. Now, how to be ready to receive. Are you ready to receive everything that is meant for you to get? Okay? If you're ready, you have to practice gratitude. Now, gratitude is more than just saying, I appreciate what I have. It goes beyond that, you know. You have to show how are you grateful for what you have. It's like you have a home or you have a car, you have a relationship. You got to put some time into it. You have to pour into it. You got to learn it. And also, you got to learn to weed out some things that will be a factor that will ruin that business, that will ruin that relationship. I learned a long time ago that all relationships, weeds can grow into it. And you got to pluck out those weeds, because what happens when weeds take over a garden? It destroys it, right? It kills it. And the same thing can be said of our dreams. If we don't weed out like a attitude like, oh, I'm the best at this, nobody can be better than me, or the opposite where you're doubting yourself, oh, I don't know, you know. So a balance is required. Not that we're going to say, oh, I'm the best, but also you wouldn't say I'm the worst. You got to stay on that level playing field of, you know, keeping yourself active, keeping yourself positive, doing your best, taking care of the relationships, respecting other people, their time, as well as yourself. You know, the things that we are to receive, it means that because I'm going to receive this, I worked hard to get it, I'm going to take care of myself so that I can keep continuing. And that was one of the things that I had to learn. It's more than just wanting things, more than just being a very talented individual. It's more than having good relationships. It's how do you treat yourself so that you can be operating on all cylinders. You know, I had to learn how to treat myself. I had to learn how to set boundaries so that I could be ready to receive, you know? Thank you so much, Sirius. Paula says a relationship is like a plant. It needs to be nurtured. Yes, a plant needs to be nurtured. It needs to be watered. It needs to be weeded out. It's a lot of things, just like any loving relationship. No, any healthy, I should say, relationship, because there's a lot of relationships that are very toxic that we need to get it out of here because it's not good for us. So that was something that I had to learn personally. I had to learn that certain things that I was receiving, certain blessings that I was receiving it because I was doing what I needed to do. And sometimes, have you ever seen when you're right on the brink of about to achieve something great in your life, you got the naysayers, you got the haters, you got the people who try to drop some seeds of doubt in your mind? Be very careful of how much you share, how much you tell other people, because sometimes people will try to get you aside from your dreams because they may be jealous of your talents. They honestly, you think that they like you when actually they hate you or they're jealous of you, because I've seen it not just for me, but for other people. You know, people who try to come in and get them to not be in a relationship because they're jealous because they're not in one, or they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to have peace. There's so many gifts. There's so many blessings that we can have and we can receive in this life. But if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't take care of the way we show up for other people, you're going to lose out on those said blessings, those said talents. Now, I've seen so many people, they're so talented, and because of other people in their life being in a very toxic romantic relationship, having very toxic, controlling, and manipulative relatives, listening to people on social media, you got to be firm in what you think about your gifts and your talents. You got to believe in yourself and be confident. Hey Nate, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And that was one of the things that I personally had to learn, is you have to know what you want. In order to receive your blessings, in order to use your talents, you got to know what you have. And you got to remind yourself, this is my talent. This is my gift. This is my blessing. And I'm going to do everything to maintain it. So whatever it is that you do, what are you doing to elevate it, to learn more about it, to spend time with it? Everything that you receive, you need to spend time with it. So say you have the gift of being a painter, a singer, an artisan, maybe you're a plumber, whatever it is that you are gifted at, something that you do very well. Wouldn't you take classes, you learn, you get out there and you get active in doing it? So it's important for us to make sure we're spending time on how to learn, how to improve it, how to be better at it, because that's how we get more blessings and our gifts overflow. If we cannot look at what we have, appreciate it, spend time doing it, and then this is another thing, when we have gifts, is for us to say, this is so amazing. I'm so happy that I received it, because I have personally been in that space of receiving a gift, something that I've worked hard for. I got a talent at something, and I will be doubting myself, like feeling guilty that I received it and maybe somebody that I care about didn't get it, because you want people to elevate with you, but you worked hard to get what you deserve, okay? Hey, Real Odds and Events, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. You know, we all work hard to get the things that we receive. So when your time comes, this is your time for you to clap for yourself. You know, I had to learn that part. Because before, when it was my time to receive, I was waiting for other people to clap for me. I was waiting for other people to celebrate me. I was waiting for other people to say, you did so good, I'm so proud of you. And other people aren't going to be able to give you what you give yourself. And that's why I always say all the time, Motivators family, is that we have to learn how to be our own best friend. Because only you know what you went through to get it. Only you know all those hills, those valleys, those really low lows, when you lost your shirt, when you were sad, when you were crying, when you didn't know how you were going to make it. See, other people on the outside, they only see when you're in your winning season. That people only see it like when you're experiencing growth, maybe when your money grows, maybe when you're getting the success, the accolades, when things are manifesting in your life. That's what people on the outside see, but they didn't see the times where you were crawling, the times where you doubted yourself. They don't know about those things. See, and this is the time when it's your time and you've worked hard, you got an achievement, you learned something, you know, you achieved something. This is the time for you to say, good job, well done, I did great, and I'm proud of myself. Paula says, amen, amen. Don't tell everyone all your business. Keep some to yourselves so as to not hear it again. We may or not, others may or may not know before they get started. So don't tell anyone until it's time. You know, I've always said that when something is happening, people will see. People will see when something is working for you. People will see when you start popping, when you become successful. People will see your peace. They'll see your joy, your elevation, your personal growth. You don't have to tell everybody. You know, sometimes getting blessed, getting your gifts, using your gifts and your talents is not in these big things. It's not getting millions of dollars. For me, my success is waking up every day and having peace in my life. That because it took me a long way to get from where I was when I used to doubt myself, not have confidence, always waiting for other people to give me what I needed to give myself. See, and for me, that is allowing myself to receive, knowing that I deserve to be my own friend. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to use my talents and my gifts. I deserve to love myself. And also, I deserve to have people in my life that treat me in a respectful way. See, I always want to promote healthy relationships, not people who just only want to show up when you have money, when you can do something for them. No, 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 no. That's very toxic, very toxic, very unhealthy. If you have people like that in your life and they only come around when you can give them something, that's not love. That's not a friend. That's not somebody who cares about you. That's somebody who that's a relationship they call of convenience. They're only around because it's convenient for them, because of what you can give for them. But the moment that you stop giving to them, the moment that they stop knowing your business, the moment you stop doing things that you used to do for them, trust me, you're never going to hear from them again. Okay? Realist says everybody wants the results, but they are never prepared for what the sacrifice was. Realist, you said a mouthful right there. People, I always say that all the time. People don't know when you were eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, tuna fish, ramen noodles. You guys know about those struggle meals. You're just trying to survive. By the times where you were putting your coins together or rubbing them together so you could make it in order to do whatever it is that you need to do, to put a tank of gas in there in order to make your rent payment, in order for you to take that trip, in order to meet the person that you need to meet so that you could get to where you want to go. You know, it's all of those things, those struggle things. People don't know about the way you laid the foundation and then allowed yourself to walk through it. And I want to say to every single one of my motivators family, no matter what it is, that is your success right now, on today. On today, what is your success? Is your success peace? Is your success working on your mental health? Is your success you broke the chains and now you have financial literacy and you know how to budget, you know how to take care of your money, you don't give your money away, you don't waste your money? See, there's a lot of ways that we can become successful that's not just like millions of dollars. For me, success is having peace. Success is having people that not only I love, but they love me back. For me, that's receiving my gifts. See, I had to learn that I deserved those things before I could receive them. Who am I talking to? I had to learn that I deserved to be treated with respect before I started to receive respect. See, if you always just do things for people who are ungrateful, people who are selfish, demanding, controlling, okay, and the list goes on and on. If you keep doing those things, if you keep showing up for those people, it will prove to them you don't value yourself, you don't respect yourself. I can do anything that I want to them and they'll keep coming back. No, no, no. And we won't. Okay? Real Odds says facts, y'all. Yes, yes. Agree. No toxicity, right, Lara? Yes. Yes, I'm telling you, Paula, people don't know about the time when you're eating peanut butter and jelly, tuna fish, ramen noodles. What's some more struggle meals? You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just telling the truth. That a lot of people are ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say I've eaten many, many struggle meals, and I probably will eat more struggle meals in the future, because you got to do what you got to do to survive, you know? Yes, you have to be happy inside, right, Lara? You got to be happy inside, working on your inner child, having healthy self-esteem, being confident, knowing your value and your worth. For me, that's letting myself be successful. Every single day I wake up and say, I love the person who's looking back at me. There was times before I didn't even look at myself in the mirror. I didn't even think anything about myself. As crazy as that sounds, I always was looking on the outside, who you're in a relationship with. What do your siblings say about you? What do your friends think about you? How much money do you have? What's your education? For me, those are the things that I used to think defined success. And it's nice to have those things, but that should be in addition. That's a bonus. But that shouldn't be the summation. It shouldn't be the full total of what you think about yourself. So what if you don't have a relationship? What if you don't have friends? Does that make you less because you don't have those things? See, and that's when I had to learn how to be honest with myself. That I got some work to do on me. I got to learn how to be my own friend. I got to learn how to do things by myself. I got to be independent. I have to be confident. And if there's something that I want to do, I have to give myself the permission to go for it. Okay? And I say that to you all too. Give yourself the permission to be successful and to be happy. Yes, Paula says, Marlene, I heard many truths. Thank you. Real odds is dabbing. Yes, you're a peacemaker, Lara. I love to hear that. Hey, sis. Sugar love, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Paula says, my success is happiness, contentment, joy, and making good decisions. I have to go, but have a good evening. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much, Paula. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Sugar Love says spam. What's spam? Sugar Love. Real odds and evens. Yes, we are not ashamed. And we ate it all. Yes. Yes, don't be ashamed. Yes, peanut butter is good for us. Well, the good peanut butter, the natural brand. Yes, you got to be honest with yourself. Who wants a jalapeno Pepsi? Sugar Love says canned meat. Yes, that's another one. Yeah, those struggle meals. That's what I'm talking about. But for me, I would rather eat my struggle meal in my quiet space than to be in a fancy restaurant with people who don't even treat me well. People don't even barely talk to me. It's more happiness and more joy in sitting down in peace than being in a crowd with misery. It's nothing like having inner peace and giving yourself the freedom to just enjoy your own company. And I love that for myself, and I love that for you guys too. It's nothing like learning how to enjoy your own company, and that you don't need to be around anybody else to be happy because you have joy from your inside. So let's also talk about how to be ready to receive, we also have to clear physical and mental space. And that was like such a big deal in me being able to receive, and I'm sure many others. You got to clear some of this stuff that's inside, because so many things happen to us motivators family on our day-to-day basis, right? We got so much. Do you guys got a lot of stuff that's piled up in your brain? I know I do. Lots of stuff has happened, toxic things, traumatic things, evil, twisted, and the list goes on and on, right? Where odds and evens is laughing. But we have to give ourselves the permission to clear out some of this physical and mental junk. Hey, Metro, how are you doing? Welcome. Mental space and clarity, giving yourself the permission to get clear, to be happy. Hey, friends with super channels, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It's so important to let yourself be clear here, not where you have nothing and you're completely empty, but I mean, not letting the things that happen to you affect your mental health, giving yourself the permission to say, this happened, but my past does not define my present. See, and just saying that gives you permission to be happy. And I love that. I love that I give myself permission these days to let things go. I give myself the permission to let things go. I give myself the permission to be great. I give myself the permission to have peace, even if other people don't have peace. See, you have to make the decision to make peace inside of yourself. I choose peace. I'm only around people who are peaceable. And no negativity, no drama, none of that. Because that you want what you are. And unless you get clear here, and unless you get clear on your inside, you're always going to be dysfunctional. You're never going to have enough confidence to walk through the doors that you need to walk through, to walk the path that is uncomfortable, that is scary. For me, that's something that I'm going through right now. And facing your fears is so scary, to walk down the tunnel, because you've put in the work. You've done what you needed to do. You've shown up. You've been consistent and persistent. You know, you listened. You had your mentors. You were confident. You did everything you need to. But now, when it's time for you to actually walk through the door leading to the next level, the next step in your life, now what do? Do you run and go back the other direction? Because that's what I feel like doing some days. Run, right? Because it's scary. But no, you face it and you say, I've been working hard for this. I got this. I got this. And you do too. You got to remind yourself, I got this. I've worked hard for this. I was made for this. You know, this is not the time to doubt yourself. This is the time to encourage yourself. It's the time to clap for yourself. It's the time to say, I'm proud of you. Go for it and do it, okay? So get yourself clear so that you're free and you don't let yourself lose out on what you deserve at the very moment where it would be terrible for you to get all the way to the end of you're right about to open up the door and open to your gifts. It's almost time for you to receive whatever it is that you're supposed to receive. But at the last minute you say, oh, I can't do it. This is too scary. Or listening to other people. Oh, it won't work out. That would be so tragic. Don't listen to other people. Other people want you to fail. Other people don't want you to be successful. Other people don't want you to have joy in your life. Other people don't want you to win. Okay? And that's very unfortunate, but it is the reality. Okay? Yes. Yeah, don't listen to other people. You can't. Don't listen to what other people think. And we've heard it time and time again. What other people think about us is none of our business. And you got to let your mind sit in that space and take it in, absorb it. What other people think about me is none of my business. Whether they like me, they don't like me, they feel like it'll work, whether they feel like it won't work, that ain't none of my business. What is my business is, what do I think? What do I think about me? Am I ready to walk through the door? Yes. And that's when you say, even when sometimes you're like, I don't know if I'm ready, walk through that door. Claim it and receive it. It's your time. Receive your blessings, okay? Let's see what I missed. Yes, don't listen to other people. It's so true. Yes, limit your space with people who aren't for you. And that's so important, Nate. Recently, and anybody who's ever been in that space before too knows, right when something good is about to happen for you, you got people who will try to come in right at the, oh, that won't work, or that's stupid, to try to discourage you. Or somebody will say something so mean to you to get you so upset that you just feel like giving up. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to fight. This is the time to get yourself revved up, to switch to the next gear. This is the time to say, I worked hard for this. It's time. Let's go. Let's do this. This is the time to smile. This is the time to hold your head up and be confident. Be confident and believe in yourself, okay? We got 2 more points and we're going to get out of here. Everybody hold on 1 second. Okay? So setting your intentions. This is so important in being ready to receive. You have to know what it is, where you're going. Okay, I did this step, I did this step, I did this step. Okay, what do I intend on receiving from it? Okay, and having that expectation of knowing what's going to come next, and you get yourself ready for it. Okay, odds and even said indeed. Metro says correct. Give it to those who return it. Oh, yes, realists, and only those who return it. Everybody else can go. Shoo, shoo. Bye-bye. There's the door. Friends with super channels is dropping emojis. Thank you so much. Realist says, other than that, no. Exactly. Anybody who does not reciprocate, anybody that does not give back, anybody that does not pour into you, anybody who does not fill up your cup, they don't encourage you, they're not supportive, they're not understanding, compassionate, they're not a person to encourage you to say, you got this, I believe in you. If you got people who be like, I don't think it's gonna work out, or that sounds stupid, you shouldn't do that. Those are people that you need to dismiss. You need people to say, I'm so proud of you. You're doing a great job. You've worked so hard. It's time. I know you're scared, but walk through that door anyways. Don't worry. I'm right here. I'm right here. Anytime when you need some support and encouragement, I'm here. And those are the people who are your real people, who will give back and pour into you when you may be kind of nervous, a little skittish, you got some fear, but then you're doing it anyways. See, people think sometimes when it's your time to receive your blessings that it's going to be so easy. The hardest push is probably the last push, where opening that door and letting yourself walk through that door, or doing that last task before you're able to receive whatever it is. It's usually the last test that is the hardest test, not the first one, not the ones that led up to it, but the ones where now it's time for you to face it fully. Yeah, that's the time where it's the scariest. Friends with Super Channel says, yes, believe in yourself. Yes, you have to believe in yourself. That's so important. In order for us to receive anything, who wants to be around somebody who doesn't even believe in their own message? Even for me, I've learned for what I do, with motivational speaking and counseling and things like that and coaching, I had to learn how to be more confident in me. I had to learn how to hold my head up. I had to learn that I was enough and don't doubt myself. And I say the same thing to all of you. Believe in yourself, whatever it is that you do. From being a mechanic to being a CEO to being this to being that, whatever it is that you do, be confident in yourself. Don't doubt. Don't listen to the haters, the naysayers. There's always going to be people that are going to have something to say about you. Always. It's always, and guess what? And the people that it most likely is the people that you've known for years. The people that you've known for years are the main ones that got something to say. This is the main ones that's going to come with that knife and stab you in the back. It's the same ones that are going to be jealous. It's the same ones that's going to talk about you behind your back. It's the same ones, everybody. It's the same ones. It's no new thing under the sun. They didn't reinvent the wheel. It's the same things that's been happening since the beginning of time. The same schemes, the same tactics, the same evil motives that people do. Okay? But you got to be aware, and you got to know that it's coming. If it hasn't happened yet, when you're right about to receive, when you're right about to grab onto what's next, anytime you're trying to level up, anytime you're trying to leave behind negativity and toxicity, you're trying to improve, you're being a stronger and better woman, stronger and better man, trust me, somebody's going to try to bring you back or remind you of who you were. Don't let them. Don't let them. Okay? See, sometimes people will look at you based on who you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but they don't know about the new improved you. See what you do? And that's all that matters. They don't know anything about the new improved you. They don't know anything about the more confident you. They don't know anything about how you've healed and how you've grown. They don't know those things, and it's irrelevant, and you don't need to tell them. You don't need to convince anybody, but you got to know your worth. See, that's what counts at the end of the day, knowing your own worth, okay? So correct, y'all. Metro says, believing in yourself, have courage and faith from within. Yes. Lara says, amen. Gio says, so true, people being backstabbers since the beginning. Yes, they have. Siblings, friends, romantic relationship, social media. It's all over, guys. You just have to be prepared, okay? People who have two faces or several faces, or people who were a character the whole time. You know, sometimes you feel that somebody was your best friend. You believe that somebody loved you. You believe that somebody believed in you, and they never did. They never cared. They never loved you. They never supported you. Actually, they doubted from the beginning, like, that's not going to work out. Because they didn't really, truly want you to win. And that's the sad part. Some people don't want you to receive your blessings. Some people don't want you to use your gifts. Prove them wrong every time, okay? Prove them wrong every time. Hey, Leonica, how are you doing? Welcome in. So we got one more point, everybody. And the last point that we're going to talk about is to receive our gifts, to receive our talents, we have to work more on improving our self-worth. And it's more than just saying I love myself. Improving your self-worth is improving the quality, improving the way you treat yourself. You know, not just self-care, it's not just how you look with appearance, but how you treat yourself inside. What is your positive self-talk? See, when I learned how to improve my positive self-talk, that's how I improved myself being consistent and being persistent, because ultimately it all goes back to that. We always go back to that. Like, anytime you don't accomplish anything, it's usually because you have not worked enough on your self-worth. When you know you're worth it, when you know of your talents, when you know what you're good at, there's nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that you can't do. You are unstoppable. You are enough. And when you believe that, it doesn't matter the doors that are closed, because it's going to open. And because you're confident and you hold up your head up, people are going to listen to you. People are going to want to help you and support you. Everything happens. It doesn't matter if doors are closed. They're going to open once you become confident. They're going to open once you believe in yourself. They're going to open once they see your hard work. They're going to open because it's supposed to happen for you. See, what is meant to be for you is meant to be for you, and nobody can take it away. No matter how much people don't like it, no matter how much people are jealous of you, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? As long as you know about yourself, as long as you believe in yourself, that is what matters. That's the only thing that counts at the end of the day. When we're talking about, are you ready to receive? You can't receive until you believe you deserve them. When I started really believing and being confident inside of myself and saying, I believe that that's mine. You got to start putting your name on things and say, that's my blessing. That's what I'm talented at, because I believe in myself. Even if other people laugh at you, don't like you, hate on you, whatever, there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be people who are going to backstab you, but will you make yourself ready? Don't worry about the outside. Don't worry about what this person is saying and that person is saying and who is supporting. Are you focused? Are you ready? Do you love yourself? Are you encouraging yourself? Are you doing what you need to do? Are you being consistent and persistent? And if the answer is yes, then that means you're ready to receive everything that you deserve. See, all it is just a combination of being positive, having support, believing in yourself, clapping for yourself, forgiving yourself, and saying, it's okay, I made a mistake, or this person that didn't work out, and then letting yourself get up. See, that is what keeps people away from receiving the things that they deserve. Is some people, when they get knocked down, when someone hurts them, they just give up in life. And for me and for you, that's not an option, Motivators family. It's not an option to give up. Giving up is not the option. That's not the fallback. Don't be like other people in the past. Don't make other people happy. You know, there's people right now who are so happy when you give up. They smile. I know she couldn't do it. I know he couldn't do it. You got people waiting. They're waiting for your demise. I knew it wouldn't work out. I had told you it wouldn't work out. See, they're planning on it. See, but they don't know about your inner strength. They don't know about your courage. They don't know how long you've been waiting and thinking and meditating and working on yourself. They don't know how long you've been on your knees. They don't know about those things, but you do. Okay? So be encouraged and never give up on anything that you want. You know what? Hi, Angela. How are you doing? Whatever is meant to be for you is meant to be for you. And there's nobody that can stop it. You know, I've been through that so many times. And I'll tell you something, that just because you have blessings right there, you could be blessed and you don't even know it because you're so busy feeling sorry for yourself. You're so busy wanting what somebody else has that you're not even looking at what you have right in front of you. You got people who have all of these wonderful things. They got support. They have love. There's nothing that they couldn't do, but because they're not confident enough, because they're not getting up and saying, I can do it. See, all I can do is give the message. Then after that, it's up to you what you do with it. Are you going to let yourself get up, or are you going to stay down there and feel sorry for yourself? Are you going to fight for what you want? Are you going to learn? Are you going to grow? Are you going to do what you need to do? Or are you going to give up? You're going to make people laugh at you and let that be the end. No. We have come too far. We have conquered mountains. We have conquered fears. We have risen up. We've been broken, and then we've been put back together. And I just want to talk to all of those. If you've ever been broken and then been put back together again, you know what I'm talking about. At those times you don't even want to wake up. You hope the sun doesn't rise the next day so that you won't have to think about the pain of enduring another day of whatever that challenge that you're facing. It's too much. It's overwhelming. But then you take it one day at a time, sometimes moment to moment. And then you say, I did it. I made it through another day. And then you make it through another day, and it's weeks and months. And then you get strong again. See, when you become whole, after you've been broken, I'm telling you, there's nobody that can contend with that. If you've ever been run over, run through, somebody has backstabbed you and you were in pieces, and then you get up and say, this isn't the end for me. This isn't the end, because it's not over until you say it's over. Don't let other people, don't let your situations, don't let your problems, don't let your finances, don't let your health, don't let the haters, naysayers, jealous people, don't let social media, don't let anybody tell you who you are. You're the one that says who you are. Then you got to do something with that confidence. Do something with it. Don't let your confidence just sit on the shelf. Don't let your worth just sit on the shelf. Don't just let your talents sit on the shelf. Use them. Use them. What are you doing with the talents that you possess? Are you doing things to make yourself proud? Are you doing things to make your ancestors proud? That means that we got something to think about. That means we got something to think about. Because if you've been stagnant for too long, it means that you've been letting the outside, you've been letting social media, your relatives, your finances, other people's opinions, you can't let that penetrate your mind. Because that means you're letting them win. And that's not the option. Letting people win is not the option. You're a winner. You are a winner. Show them what you're made of. Show this life what you're made of. You're stronger than you think. You're more valuable than you know. And because you're worth it, prove it. You're going to write down your goals. Make them reasonable and attainable. Hey, Cruz Bolero, how are you doing? Yes. Are you going to write down your goals? Are you going to get up? Are you going to fight for what you want? And if you need some help, are you going to call a mentor, call a counselor, call a therapist? See, we can't get to where we want to get on our own. And it doesn't mean we're weak. It just means you're human. Everybody needs encouragement. Everybody needs somebody to say, keep going and don't give up. And if you don't have anybody in your life that will say that to you, I'm saying it to you. Keep going and don't give up. Rework the plan. But you're successful. Use your talents and your gifts. Heal and forgive. Know your worth, okay? Know that you are enough. Don't let anybody make you feel any less, okay? So I just wanted to come in, give this motivation and say, it's time for you to receive every single thing that you deserve. It's your time, okay? And I want you to say that to yourself. It's my time. It's my time to be confident. It's my time to love myself. It's my time to say I'm worth it. And no excuses. We're not making any excuses. We're not living by the past standards. We're not going by who supports us. We're not going by who likes us. We're not going by what we did wrong. No, we're going by today. Today and who we are. And saying today I'm confident in who I am. And I can do my best. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to go after what is mine. Reach your hand out and receive your, just grab it. And say, this is mine. And there's nobody that's going to take it away from me. Receive your blessings. Take it. And then when you take in your blessings, hold it dear to you. Do the right thing. Treat yourself right. Treat other people right so that you can get more. See, and then it just elevates from there. The more that you do good, you get more good. So keep doing good to others. But don't forget about yourself. Don't forget about your own gifts. Don't forget about your own blessings. You too deserve to receive. You too need to be supported, but don't look for that support from people who don't care about you. Look for the support from people who actually do love you, that actually do show up for you, okay? Because that's what counts. That's what counts and that's what matters, okay? So that's all from here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm Marlene Motivates. I am your life coach, and I want you all to receive everything that is meant to be for you. For you, you, and you. And all those in the back, those in the bushes, those in the replay, anybody in the sound of my voice. Receive every single thing that you deserve. Know that you're enough every single day. every single day. Rinse and repeat and remind yourself, I am enough and I deserve to receive all of my blessings. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I'm Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time here, subscribe. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys tuning in, whether you're in the background or whether you're watching on the replay. I do coaching tips. I always talk about mindset shifting, positivity, and motivational support, because we all need encouragement. We all need support, okay? Every single day, whether you're a woman or you're a man. We all need love, and we all need to be reminded that we're loved and that we can do anything that we set our mind to. So I thank you for tuning in today, and I will definitely see you guys back on the next one. Today is Monday. So I think I'm going to be able to do another stream on Friday about this time. Friday about 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And tomorrow is the first day of July. So if I don't see you guys tomorrow on here, or you see a post from me, happy new month. I hope your July will be filled with blessings, gifts, everything that you deserve, okay? Know that you're enough. Marlene Motivates, and I'm out, guys. Bye.